Yo, it's been a minute. It's just like a week, but still, hope y'all have been well and stuff. Today we got Jenny, who I have very much been anticipating. She is one of my favorite characters in anything ever, let alone one of my favorite Nicktoons. So, I loved playing in her Attack of the Toybots and stuff, and I liked playing her in the first Nick Brawl, but there were a few moves I didn't like using, so I'm a little bit nervous, like the Danny spotlight a bit, because I don't know if, I don't know, this is another potential main, another one, but I really like Jenny, and I really want to like playing her a bunch. And I didn't, like, hate playing her in the first game, but yeah, I'm hoping we're more of a better mix or whatever. Let's see.
The crime-fighting teenage robot XJ9, aka Jennifer Wakeman, aka Jenny, is back and ready to throw down in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2.
Ooh.
Returning to the Brawl with some new high-tech tools and a shiny coat of paint, Jenny excels at creating openings with strong projectiles that she can use to provide cover for herself or catch opponents off guard. While her combo game isn't as strong as some others, Jenny can always keep up the pressure even from afar. And thanks to her fantastic recovery and heavy weight, she has no problem jumping straight back into the fray after getting knocked away.
Oh my gosh!
Back on the subject of Jenny's projectiles, the new slime mechanic provides an extra upgrade to her returning neutral special, Rocket Power. While the normal version of this rocket can still be aimed in any direction at any time, the new slime version also allows for 2 rockets to be out at once. Jenny can use this powerful, flexible tool to find clever openings, extend combos, or even save herself from some dangerous situations.
Very fun to play with. A very cool example of how to use it.
Jenny will stand still while you try to hone in on your target. If your opponent isn't giving you enough time or space to set up your rocket, make some space with Jenny's new side special, Mass Hammer. This big old hammer swing sends shockwaves flying through the air or rumbling along the ground, which can help her find some breathing room. Just be careful not to be too predictable with how you use this move, or else you might risk having your projectiles reflected right back at her.
Right.
Don't want to get too close, but still need a way to rack up some extra damage? Jenny's down special, Explosive Lasers, remains a solid way of doing so. If you're not able to land big combos or otherwise find a way to open up your opponent's defense, it's nice to have a little bit of consistent damage output as a way to keep up the pressure.
They look good.
Finally,
they look.
For the last of Jenny's
I don't know what it is about them, but they look more oomphy.
Allows her to fly around
they
wherever
look
she
like
wants.
They got more oomph
Jenny
to
can
them.
be pretty hard to swat out of the air when she activates this move thanks to its maneuverability.
I love.
Watch out. She doesn't get any fuel back until she touches the stage. So try to use her other specials, air strongs, or even her light up air to glide back to the stage when possible.
So cute. I love the
A few of Jenny's other old moves and techniques are here to stay, including her charged forward air, which is a slow yet incredibly powerful finisher, Angry Stomp and Mighty Mallets. Her light and charged down attacks also both make their return and can be looped repeatedly by pressing the attack button. Her jab, however, has a new property. The final hit can be angled with the control stick, meaning she can either choose to launch opponents flying a bit farther, higher, or even tumbling downwards. Jenny tends to feel the most vulnerable when she isn't quite close enough to utilize her short yet fast and effective light attacks, nor far enough to safely set up her projectiles. However, she can still surprise opponents at the mid-range by holding down the grab button for some extra reach. This version of her grab is a bit slower and is far more punishable if it misses, so don't use that as a full replacement for her regular grab. All in all, Jenny is a well-rounded defensive character that has all the tools you'll need to succeed in a world full of villains and aliens. If that sounds like your kind of style, give her a try in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Thanks for watching, and look forward to more character spotlights coming soon.
Wow. Jenny already looked so good in the first game, but they just added some nice polish and bounce to some of her animations. It's so cool. And this whole intro sequence with her fighting this big scary robot Plankton. What did she even get hit by? Is someone who lightning struck her? Oh, maybe Azula. Oh! Mini moves. Okay. I love this new detail too. Now during her knockdown animation, she's like sparking and stuff. I'm wondering what her shield break animation is gonna be. Is she gonna like spark and have her like eyes glitch out or something? Oh, she's so cool. No matter how many times she gets hacked or dismembered or whatever, she gets back up and takes down the bad guy. I guess that kind of came through in her playstyle, where she has a really creative recovery and heavy weight that lets her survive and keep trying for a while. It's so cute. Oh my. This is adorable. I love this shot. These two tanning together. And maybe the turtle if he's also relaxing. But oh, that's so cute. She got some big ol' sunglasses. Oh, and looks like her cute downcharge move with the hammers doesn't really spike like as it did. Which I think I like more personally, because I felt weird using this move. I fought people that used this move and I found ways around it, but it still felt too good, and I just ended up not using it very much. And it's cool I noticed that sometimes in the first game, people would hold shield while maneuvering the rocket so that Jenny wouldn't move around. There's a lot of pros and cons to like moving around and not moving around while controlling the rocket, so it was cool to have that sort of option. But in this game, if you hold shield, then you're probably going to roll if you're trying to control this missile. So now you can hold the special button to stay in place. So cool, there's still an option to stay in place while controlling the missile, even though this way I guess she's not shielding, so she's a little more vulnerable than she was before. That hammer's really cool too, that looks fun to play with. Oof. Oh yeah, I guess... Oh wow, the height difference. I guess... So, Jenny is small in this game, kind of. I think in motion she looks fine, and like right here, like that looks like Jenny. She looks tall. But yeah, for some reason, she's gotta be small. I don't know why. I've heard that the devs did want her to be taller and requested to Nickelodeon, like, please can we make her taller? But for some reason Nickelodeon felt really stubborn about this. They just really wanted to be smaller this time. I don't understand why. I can only just guess, and I don't really feel like I have any good guesses. But I do think that, you know, in motion and everything, she looks like she makes sense. It's only really weird when she's standing right next to, like, Patrick or something, and you're like, wow, why is Patrick taller than Jenny? But, you know, on her own, I guess she does look pretty small during the up special. And yeah, I feel like she should be taller here too. I don't know. I really think I have so much positive things to say about this game. There's so much I love, so much great, and it's not the devs' fault, but for whatever reason, Nickelodeon was stubborn about this, and I wish they weren't. Nickelodeon, what are you doing? Because this is like one of the only things in this game I feel a little bit iffy about. I don't get why Jenny's small. Still though, she animates great, and I think the devs did a great job, but yeah, now it's a little too late to change, because if you make her bigger, you would have to change all of her hitboxes and hurtboxes and everything, and that would be a whole situation. But I don't know, I guess I'll get used to it. I do think in motion and everything, it's not too weird. I love the laser eyes. Very glad to see those back. That was one of my favorite moves of hers in the first game. I will gladly take the deal of no knockback in situations like this. Back here with the claws. But when hitting the ground or walls, whenever you hit the stage, the explosions are what causes knockback. And I will gladly take that deal, covering a lot of space. And I like also that she maintains her momentum this time. I think that's actually better. There's like a bit of stretch when she jumps. Ugh. I guess that adds to the bounciness of the animation and also shows that maybe she's... I'm just theorizing now. Maybe she's scrunching up on purpose to be smaller, to make her hurtbox smaller, to make her harder to hit. It's a strategic move. Oh wow, Tifar. Really good job having Nora in the background follow Jenny during this shot. That's really cool. Oh, her little walk. She's having a nice day. Oh! And then sometimes... I can't believe that's her crouch. Sometimes she becomes the creature. Neat alts too so far. I like, this is Rusted Jenny, I believe from when she fought Armageddroid, and she had a rough time with that. And of course you've also got Hot Rod Jenny from The Great Unwashed, which they also used in Attack of the Toy Box. Very good outfit, very cool. I love this outfit. Red is my favorite color, and she's got these like flames. Ugh, it's perfect. But even in Attack of the Toy Bots, I switched between this and default. I love both. In the first Nick Brawl, I tended just to use default even though Hot Rod was an option. I don't know, maybe in this game I'll switch between them more, but Jenny's already so great default. Hard to improve. Why is she the creature? Why is she the creature, bro? Huh. She's standing more upright for her happy little walk, which is really cute. And she's like, she doesn't look too weird next to Reptar, who's huge. This looks like it makes sense, yeah. Oh yeah, the jab options are interesting. Huh. Some creativity there, I suppose. Ah, and it's so cool that her umbrella has a hitbox while hovering now, so you can do some new tricky little things. Oh, that's very fun. Oof. Oh, wait. I think I know that. Yeah, I know this. Oh, I think it's like Some kind of gorilla arm she has. Yeah. Wow, yeah, they like really gave her everything from the sequence from Raggedy Android, episode 2 of the whole series. We get a forward throw here, where she has like a crossbow. Ooh, shoots a little arrow in you and everything. Wow. Ooh, and cool shot. Nice touch fighting Plankton and Zim, since she's mostly fighting robots and aliens. And secret technique. Kind of chill for a super in my opinion, but still very cool. Oh, also, we've seen a couple supers where opponents are standing in their idle positions, and in my opinion, I feel like it would look a bit cooler if they were in their dizzy shield break animations. The team has probably already thought of that, and maybe there's some reason against it, or maybe this is just old footage, but I know in Plankton's Super, SpongeBob looked scared during it, and I think that really added to the sequence, so maybe in some future patch or something, characters could have their dizzy shield break animations for some of these supers. And yeah, we got some gameplay last week from IGN and Twitter. This game is so pretty and fun, and it animates really well. We've been seeing all these nice animations, and now we're getting these free-for-all shots with all these animations at the same time. Very cool. And we got to see our first full match the other day. We got to see these profiles with characters, backgrounds, and seems like even badges you can earn and put on your profile. We got to see this is what the Versus screen looks like. And this match is really nice. Lilybun really shows off her offense, and Tafar kinda, you know, Donatello prefers mid-range, it seems like, with those projectiles and the staff. Seems like he gets a bit pressured here. She's just batting away the projectiles and reads that roll behind, that tech behind, and is really good at getting in his face. He seems to be trying to slide to get something started, and luckily does get something started. With this bit of space, tried to set up a projectile, and she gets right through it with a fishbowl strike, which leads into a bubble spike, which is very nice. And he was still alive down there, but he couldn't make it back. Maybe if he set up a warp? So he tries to set up warps here, so he can be a little bit more comfortable off stage, and that really worked out for him. Oof, she gets batted away, and that cancels into a few more hits, but misses that spike, warps back, and she's ready for it, and gets this nice sequence. But luckily for Tafar, that doesn't lead into too much else, that slime cancel. Ooh, but this slime cancel, also didn't lead into anything, unfortunately. But we can see that slime builds fairly consistently. We're not too desperate for it, and we're not getting a surplus of it either. I think it's a very fair amount. That dive kick back on stage is really nice. The dive kick is a wonderful tool. It was also this match that made me realize, I just didn't think of it before, I thought the warp would be just there always, but we can see from this match that setting up a warp, after a bit of time, it will just go away on its own. So you can't be totally comfortable off stage. You can set up a warp, but if you get hit, you're not just going to get to come back for free if the opponent takes a long enough hitting you. That mallet looks really fun. That skateboarding in is a very interesting option, led right into a nice big staff hit. Oof. But she fishbowl strikes again. That's a good move for getting in there. And then this cute double kill moment, very fun. Nice and evened up. You're still gonna want to set up that warp though, because even though it is limited, I mean, his up special is even more limited. I mean, if you're gonna have to go off stage, if you really want to go off stage, I think you're gonna want to have that warp, because that up special, it's not nothing, but it sure is limited. Oof, warping into setting up another warp. Trying to edgeguard with this dive kick. The dive kick is very fun. So's that grenade. He keeps trying to start up this grenade, but he's not getting too much off of it. And now he's going for up strongs and gets it. Very fun that it leaves him airborne. And we get our first peek at the results screen too. I really like it. And the win and lose animations and everything. SpongeBob, oh. But yes, I really like the cosmic aesthetic in this game. Everything is looking really nice. And we got our first peek at Rocco's Super too, which is very involved. They built so many assets for it. And again, I hope I don't sound obnoxious or petty or something, but I feel like during all this, Daggett in the shield break dizzy animation might be a little more appropriate. But this move is fantastic, and it's cool that it ends with the flick from Rocco's intro. Cool to see Lucille hanging out in the back, too. I wonder if she only does that if Lucy's not in the match. Wasn't there someone else back there? Some lovable scamp? Yeah, Lincoln! Lincoln is also on the stage taking a peek. Oh, doing his little dance. What a goofball. Very cute. That's so good. Tafari was tweeting that he was aiming to recreate the Teenage Robot intro in this sequence, which totally, blading at the skate park down by the mall, but my mom says I gotta prevent hostile aliens from annihilating us all. She's got her umbrella, she wishes she could go for a walk without rusting in the rain, and then she gets zapped by a bad guy, and is rusted a bit. Aww. But then she gets back up and flies into the sky, and takes care of the bad guys. And then she lands, celebrating with everybody as a big monster crashes down. This is so cute. Ugh, I love this. Is okay. Jenny, fantastic. I gotta try the game. I am constantly reminded of and thankful of the fact that we have a Nickelodeon platform fighter, and it's of this high of quality, and Jenny is in it. I don't know what stars aligned, but I am very much looking forward to trying her out, and in about 2 weeks, we all will be able to. There's still some fun stuff to chat about until then, so I hope y'all have a lovely day, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye!